Yeah. Well, don't stick your tongue so far out. When
Actually,
you're like alligator. You're like crazy man. Have you ever seen that dude?
see what?
Crazy man. Because the dude is like, you are beautiful. He like talks with kind of like a, I don't know, not Colombian, but like some sort of Spanish accent.
Man.
Crazy, like, but he's bald. Well, he does the bald filter, and he's like, you are beautiful. You're the most beautiful person in the whole world. But he sticks his tongue out like, yeah, it's just crazy, man. He's like a TikTok. I don't know if he's a celebrity, but he does this one thing that me and my son find hilarious. Him and his buddy are walking. And they have a bunch of different clips.
Funny.
Yeah, so like the way they walk, they will fart and then do different ways to capture the smell. And it's like they pan away, like the dude would be like, "Oh, dude, I can't." Like they're walking, dude, I can't believe you just like ripped like that. That's so disgusting. And then they pan to the dude, and he's like, "I'm so sorry, man. I had to, I'm so sorry." Then they pan back over, and the dude's got like a Ziploc bag, and he's like scooping it all up, and then seals it and smell like. It's pretty fun.
That's crazy, man.
Now you understand. It's crazy, man.
What else could you catch a fart in?
Well, that's the thing. Like he catches it in like a spray bottle, and then like screws the top on and sprays himself with the fart air.
You ever been able to catch your own fart and throw it at your friend?
Oh, dude, that's
It
like an
actually
Olympic sport at my house.
You had people that are like really good at it.
Never been able to do it once in my life.
Really?
You never even tried. That's why.
That is true.
I've done it a couple times.
You kids haven't done like all the fun stuff.
We've been shamed. We've been told farting is bad. We're supposed to go to the bathroom to do it.
Farting is bad, but you can still like. Well, I don't know how long you've been in America, but dude, this mic, I can't twist anything. Whoever broke this mic, I'm not saying any names because I don't know who it was, but whoever broke this mic,
We're coming for you, Jenna.
Jenna.
Was it Jenna?
I don't even know who
No.
Jenna is.
No.
I mean, I know a
I know
couple
a girl named
Jennas,
Jenna.
but like I'm just saying, like I don't know an association to the station. Association to the station.
Bow, bow, bow,
Jenna.
bow, bow.
Jenna.
So wait, do you have a different?
Hold on. I'm waiting.
Oh, are you farting? Where do you have different decorations for your Crocs?
Oh, you said Crocs. Yeah. Actually, one of my favorite decorations, I'll pull it off right now for the camera. If you can see, I have the thing where you can, it's the circle game, So like every once in a while, I'll be like, now I get to hit you on the arm, like I'll like just take a picture of it and like slowly get closer.
Yeah,
But it's always below my waist because it's on my foot.
yeah. That's pretty good until some people look and they're like, "That's a Nazi salute thing." You know, people.
It's not a
always,
frog man.
What's a frogman?
Like didn't that frog character person?
Oh, Pepe.
Yeah, Pep. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have heard that because we used to do that at my work. Like, it's still going on. And then
Got co-opted by the alt-right.
I don't
Somebody
think it
said
even
that, but-
did. I think that they just said that it was
dude,
that. And
as
then,
long as I can remember, they've been saying that things are like that. Like
yeah,
crowns in the back. Like when I was younger, crowns in the back of your car, like air freshener crowns,
Yeah.
were like huge. Like if you lived like in a certain area of town, you probably had one in the back of your car, and then all of a sudden it was like, oh, well, those are made by the KKK.
Yeah.
If you get those, then you're supporting the KKK. And it was like, man, no. There wasn't no KKK member was like, you know what I'm going to do? Make a crown air filter and make millions of dollars.
yeah, dude, that's the same. Yeah, it's the same thing with pretty much everything.
Every single thing.
I wonder.
If you buy a Trump shirt, chances are it's not like it has nothing to do with Trump. It was just some guy who made $1 million off people buying Trump shirts.
Someone who really likes cards, playing pinochle.
He's
They're
just-
like, oh, I got
Pinocchle's
it trumped.
The people who make the Confederate flag, they just do it out of love of the game for flag making. They don't do it
They do
for
it for
Confederate reasons.
They do that for the
monetary gain.
and for the whatever boys that would jump cars. But I can't think of.
Dukes of Hazzard.
Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah.
I was gonna say the Hardy Boys, and I was like, that's not right.
Were they
They
solving
solve
mysteries?
crimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the Hardy Boys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then South Park had the Hardly Boys.
The Hardy Boys also were doing swanton bombs and DDTs in the ring.
That's the Hardy Boys I was thinking of.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, isn't that like wrestling superstars too?
They just got they just had a match with the Dudley Boys for their last
Hoorah.
for the Dudley Boys last match.
God, they're still going.
No,
Well,
they're
I
not.
guess they went.
Yeah, they ended. They figured it out and they're stopped.
They're gonna come back in like 10 years to like amateur circuits.
Oh,
and
there's no way
destroy
they
their
are
bodies.
alive in 10 years.
Yeah, they're pretty much
They're
dead
wrestlers.
now.
I wonder what the average age for a wrestler is. Like pro wrestler.
Ask Chris Benoit.
Hey,
Is he the dude that killed himself and his family?
yep.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I don't think it had anything to do with wrestling. I think if you know what Benoit balls are, then you're probably like, yeah, man, I don't want to be associated with that.
Yeah. The 60s is
Yeah.
like the oldest that
How old was Dusty Slay? Or not Dusty Slay.
Dusty Slay. Probably about
Dusty
40
Diamond
something.
Nah, he's probably 30 something.
Dusty Slay.
Yeah. How? Hey,
Soul Sister.
Dusty
43.
Dusty Rhodes.
Old. You went old.
Well, Dusty Rhodes is old, but he has a
They had a
son.
whole family.
He's 69. Nice.
Nice.
Dusty Rhodes, Goldust, and Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, I think there's
He's-
probably even more than that.
He might be like the president of AEW. Cody Rhodes. I
Cody
forget.
Rhodes, take me home. Yeah.
To a wrestling match where I
belong. Cody
on the
Rhodes-
mattress. Matt.
on the mattress where Cody Rhodes pinned you down. I was gonna say pin me down, and I was like, nope,
Yeah.
he didn't pin me down.
He could have pinned you down.
Well, Cody Rhodes is like he knows what he's doing. Like he's a professional wrestler, and I'm not. You know, so like, it's always fun to me when somebody says something like, "Oh, like well, for instance, when I was in high school, and I was like, I think I could beat Shaquille O'Neal in basketball." And they were like, "Fool, he would clown you." And I was like, "Nah, dude, he can't shoot free throws." I would just go like, "He's so tall." I would just go under, you know. And then they were like, "He plays professional basketball."
Yeah.
Do you understand that he would like you'd take a shot and he would just pow, like he would pop the basketball, hitting it out of your out
Yeah,
of the air,
it's also
you know?
crazy watching him back when he was initially with Orlando and everything too, and just not like as thick as he was like when he was playing with the Heat.
Athletic.
Yeah, but he was
Athletic.
still like
just
super
saying word.
athletic, but just faster.
Yeah,
And how he would just bring down the rims. Then when he started playing with the Heat, they started doing the thing where they would put a cheeseburger in the middle of the court and he would run for it.
that can't be true.
That is true. I'll bring it up.
Like you're
Play
saying,
the
like
clip.
somebody would step on the cheese. People are much faster than.
Well, they
Shaquille.
wouldn't do it during the game.
Well, then I'm not watching.
That would be
this
funny
game.
if they did it during the game. When I was in a grade
As a free
school,
throw tactic to start waving a cheeseburger in front of him.
dude, they taught him how to shoot underhand free throws, and then he said that it didn't like the way it looked. It looked too unmanly, so then he just didn't do it. And he actually had it like down like 90%, because the granny style free throw is actually more accurate.
When I played basketball, and like this is, I mean, my coach was like, if you hit the square in the behind the rim, it will go in. And to this day, like a regular, I mean, I don't want to say I'm good at basketball, but I
Can make a shot from anywhere. On
not
the court.
anywhere in the
Dude,
court,
Okay,
but like
as long as you hit that square.
No,
No,
that is the
that's-
thing. If
like,
you hit
if you hit the
the
square-
top corner, if you hit the top corner of the square from any angle besides like right on, it'll go in.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of nuts because like me and my buddies play horse, not often, not so much anymore, but like all the time. They're like, "Dude, what?" And I'm like, "Yeah, well, there's no secret. You just shoot the ball towards the thing, hit the square, and it probably bounces in." And then people would be like, "Okay, the bank is closed," and then they try to like swish it, and then they just airball it, you know. And I'd be like, "Okay, you got to stand over here at the 3-point line, shoot it, hit the backboard, and get it in." And then they couldn't do
That
it.
is a really old head thing. Is like just always banking in the three, no matter
Fundamentals.
Like,
Yeah,
old head thing.
yeah, dude,
Yeah,
Dude,
old heads
old-
win. You ever
dude,
see
old men basketball, when they have the hook shot of the bank ball from pretty much anywhere for the old man. People can dog on it, and they just rule everyone.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with the sky hook?
Yeah,
And I like watching old basketball videos there's like they used to have a legitimate basket. They would shoot it. It would go in the basket.
To use a broom to like get it out.
Yeah, they literally had to get a ladder, pull the basketball out, and then somebody was like, if we just cut a hole in the bottom of the basket, we can get the ball back pretty easily. And then somebody was like, what? Then they figured out dribbling because it used to be like, who was the tallest person? And the guy would just walk down the court with the ball in his hand like this and then shoot it in. But then they were like, you got to dribble. You can't just walk down the court with the ball in your hand.
Yeah, and then in Airplane, they introduced it to another country. They brought it to Africa, remember?
An airplane?
In the movie Airplane. Remember that part? And they just they're like, oh, and then we taught all these...
yeah, that was the... Yeah. And then they started the Harlem Globetrotters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just amazing, just right away.
Yep. That was pretty funny.
Oh, I guess, man, maybe they just made a joke about Shaq doing that because he actually was selling burgers. They had the Shaq sourdough bacon burger back in the day.
Where was that at?
I believe it was Burger King.
Burger King had sourdough?
But it might have been Hardee's.
Hardee's has sourdough now.
Yeah. 2002. What do you know?
It was a palindrome.
Not Burger King sourdough bacon cheeseburger from Shaq.
Was
What
it
do you
like
know?
the Shack Burger or something?
It was.
Shakaroni.
It was part of the Shaq Pack.
The Shack Pack with Molly Ringwald and Emilio Estevez and Judd Nelson and...
Yep. You know who that is, Shkar?
No.
Have you ever
I've
seen
heard the name.
Have you ever seen The Breakfast Club?
Oh, yeah.
Then you know all those people.
Oh,
Yep.
Okay.
It's almost like the Jonas Brothers. I'm trying to figure out what even groups... You're too young to figure out, what groups did they have of actors that just hung out together?
Matt Damon and Ben Affleck.
That is for sure not your time.
They've been across, they've been cross-generational.
Yeah, but they didn't have, different groups of, things like that.
Well, no, like Seth Rogen and what do you call that kid?
Franco?
James Franco.
And Deschamel, not Josh Duhamel, but the kid Jay Deschamel, the kid who made Goon. I can't. He's in that movie. Like when he gets off the plane, Seth Rogen meets up with him, and in the movie, I think this is the end or end of the world or
the
whatever.
Skinny kid.
Yeah, he's super
kind of bigger head with the hair. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
big head with the hair.
Yeah.
No, that's
me.
yeah.
Trying to think. You know what's funny is last week when we were making clips about the "My Heart Will Go On" with Celine Dion, I went to hashtag "My Heart Will Go On" and it just, if you read that quick, it's "My Heart Will Goon."
Goon.
I was like, oh man, that's really funny.
Goon's a pretty good movie.
Goon is a pretty good movie.
I like Goon.
You like Goon?
I like. Well, I think gooning is like a different thing in.
Now it's taken over by something else.
Yeah, that's what I was like. I'm not 100% sure what it is, but
Goon in Kurdish means the male member. So it's always funny to me when someone says it.
The male member, we call them male men over here.
yeah, like the guy who delivers the parcels
Yeah.
of
I'm like,
Male men.
look at that male member.
Carl Malone. You call Carl Malone a
the
goon?
male member. Carl Malone is kind of a goon.
Yeah,
In many ways.
I'm Carl Malone.
Are you doing the Jimmy Fallon thing right now?
Well, Carl.
Or no, Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah, Jimmy Kimmel
Jimmy
used to
Kimmel.
do, but it was Crank Anchors, I think. That's man. Some lady actually referenced that show the other day, and she was like, "Have you ever heard of a show called Crank Anchors?" And I was like, "Lady, I have both or all 3 seasons on DVD."
Lady, I controlled the puppets.
Yeah, my hand was up the puppet's rears. It was pretty awesome. I'm surprised. It was Tracy Morgan was on the show, and he played this dude named Spoony Love, but they were puppets. But they would just do crank calls. They would do the crank call, but then they would reenact the crank call with puppets. And yeah, Spoon Love came in as Tracy Morgan was Spoon Love, and he called a flower shop and was like, "I want the card to say this." But he was like doing this outlandish sexual stuff, and the lady was like, "Okay, so you want to write a card to Rebecca? What do you want the card to say?" And then he'd be like, "Yeah, all right, I wanted to say this. Girl, your ass is so big and juicy. And she'd be like, I'm not going to write that. And then he'd be like, okay. Your rear end makes me think of, and she's like, nope, I'm not writing that. You know? He was just like,
that came back in 2020.
I could see that.
They did like a reboot of it. Pretty wild. We should start doing that. We should just start making this with puppets every week.
It would take a lot of AI because
we're not using AI. We're actually puppeteering. I'm done with AI.
There's a bunch of people that hate AI.
I hate AI.
We hate AI.
Did you say we?
We hate AI.
Who's we?
Us three. In the room with
Are
us
you speaking for Mark Way? Because he wasn't saying that.
That's
Mark
weird.
Way, you don't hate AI. Mark Way, tread carefully here. There's people listening to this that.
I know there's people listening to it. And I know, like, we actually had this huge discussion at my work for the amount of square footage and heat that AI facilities put off. I was like, yeah, our whole world is going to be over in, like, AI is going to perpetuate the downfall of the earth before humanity. Like, it's so hot and it takes up so much space that, like, the heat you need, like, for one of those units, for every 1 square foot of, like, AI computing, you need 5 square feet around it. So, like, 11 square feet or 11 feet on each side to, like, cool it, you know, like, to keep it cool, I guess. Not like cool, like
keep it chill.
Yeah, keep it chill.
They're just like, oh, they put sunglasses on each one.
They got water running through it. Like, it's just gonna,
it'll be bad.
It's gonna be real bad. Like, imagine an Amazon facility.
Dude, I was just watching fat people do tricks the other day on AI, and I was like, I actually can't. I mean, not AI, on Instagram. I sound like
they can't do anything. It has to be AI.
I sound like an old man. Oh, what they were doing, they for sure can't. But I was like, I actually sent it to my buddy Kipley, and I was like, is this AI is getting too good because I don't know if it's real or not, because they were doing like flips but not jumping like extraordinarily high and just rolling around and stuff. And then he was like, nope, look, they wouldn't be able to get that much motion with that much weight quick. I'm like, you're right.
You guys started pulling out the whiteboard and doing physics, and like,
that's what you're gonna have to do. You gotta take your
but we have to ask AI how to do physics. Like, hey, can you figure this out and see? Like, AI is like, we're not gonna rat ourselves out.
Yeah, exactly. And then they're like, nope. Are these fat people or not?
Yep. They show you the physics of how fat people could actually do it and how that video is real, but they know that it's fake. And they're like, we just convinced a human that this AI video is real through AI physics teaching.
Yeah.
So, like, it's all...
It takes the physics that I'm giving it because it can only feed back other stuff.
Yeah.
Actually, we could just derail AI by feeding it a bunch of wrong information.
I don't think you would... I think
if you got everyone to do that,
they could just go to any mom's Facebook page and find that. Then
they can do that.
Oh yeah,
I think that's what they do.
But if we get everyone a part of it,
like a Google search, I feel like was always AI. Like you would search a Google something.
Yeah, but now that it's using more AI models, it's getting wrong information. It'll do like the overview at the top, but it used to just go from like the first few ones that were already sourced out.
Yeah.
And now it's going from like everywhere.
That's like the dead internet theory, right?
Yeah.
It's just becoming like incestual.
It's only talking to itself.
AI.
And it's like a bot will put out a tweet and then other bots are just continually talking back at it.
Yeah. It's crazy. Have you looked at Instagram comments lately? It's not people. It's like 90% just AI. Just arguing
wild.
With each other.
That's pretty awesome.
And then people
are going to be mad at AI. Is going to get so mad at other AI that they're going to start an AI war, and we're just going to be like everybody's going to be displaced refugees from AI wars.
Well, it is pretty crazy because then you'll just see the comments, and then just CNN and Fox News pick that up, and then they're like, "Look at what people are saying in the comments," and then reporting that as news. It's like the whole Bad Bunny thing. I don't think anyone was even. They're like, listen, we're going to say that everyone's mad about Bad Bunny before we announce it. Because right when they announced it, I swear there was articles already that say, they're so mad that Bad Bunny's playing. I'm like, no one knew he was playing until you announced this a week ago.
I didn't hear the announcement. I heard the outrage for the Bad Bunny thing.
I
Yeah, that's how
I heard that there were news that there was outrage, and I've never seen one person outraged.
yeah, that's it.
Not one person. It was almost like that with the last year's halftime show. Last year's show with Kendrick Lamar, where they were like people were like, they'd show like, oh, this is the family's reaction to, and it would be like an AI family just staring at the TV.
Yeah.
And you're like, that's not a real family. And even if it is, you're showing me a family that's watching the Super Bowl in Alabama. You know what I mean? Like, those people don't, it's not that those people don't count, but it's like you're showing us the people who are obviously, and they're not even against it. They're just not hyped.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it was like, oh, dude, when I watched it, it was like, yo, this is pretty sweet. And then I'm looking at the the top down view, like, look at this whole thing. And I didn't, people were talking about how it was this means this, and it's all like he put it all together. And the only part I cared about was when he looked at the camera and was like, "Say Drake."
Yeah.
That was the only part. I was like, "Ooh!" And then Serena Williams, but I didn't know that.
That little family in West Virginia in the Appalachian Mountains really hated the Kendrick Lamar performance, but only because he didn't play "To Pimp a Butterfly" songs.
So yeah, okay. Well, that was Shkar.
I don't know enough.
We killed him after that comment. I killed him.
Yeah,
we didn't do it.
I actually wanted to hear "Bullet on Butterfly Wings."
Ooh, that's Smashing Pumpkins, I think.
Yep, just a rat in a cage.
Yeah. Oh, that was their.
Despite all my rage,
when that song was out when I was younger, Smashing Pumpkins, and everybody hated Smashing. Well, people liked them, but then Nirvana, that guy died by his own hands, supposedly, and then they kind of took over as the alternative
grunge band.
Yeah, and then people were like, they're not that great. And I was like, nobody's that great. You know,
Yeah.
Nirvana wasn't that great, but they were just like the figurehead of this movement, you know?
About wearing ripped jeans
and like
flannels,
thrifts, wearing the Freddy Krueger sweatshirt but opposite colors. I just remember that dude had a green and black sweater.
green and black and green and black and
Green and black.
Red and,
I was like red
brown,
and.
is the Freddy Krueger one brown and green?
I think it's red and brown.
Is it red and, yeah?
Yeah, I don't remember exactly, but it was like.
So you don't know the colors.
Not a Freddy Krueger sweater, because I'll tell you what, that dude scared the crap out of me.
I was Freddy Krueger last year when I was bouncing at Dempsey's.
Did they have like a kids party in there or something, like a bouncy house, or?
No, it was adults. It was Halloween night.
Ooh, what are you going to be for Halloween this
All
year?
Hallows Eve?
I don't know. I work Halloween, so I don't think I'm going to dress up, but
Yep.
I want to do it for open mic.
Yeah, we have a big party for open mic.
The plug. Let's do the plug, Mark. You're great at plugs.
Ooh, he's always getting plugs.
He's always
and
getting plugs and doing stuff with them.
You see those things that are in his shoes? They're actually for.
They are. You do have to stick them into the. You have to insert
every
them
once
in
in
the
a while.
hole.
He just takes them out of his shoe and.
Every once in a while, I really have 4 on my shoe, but 2 of them aren't on my shoe.
Ooh. Not great. Oh.
They have a certain
Freddy
word.
Krueger was red and green.
It was
Oh,
red and green,
Christmas, Christmassy Freddy Krueger.
Yep.
I had a nightmare. I remember very clearly. You know how like some dreams you remember for a lifetime. This is one of them. Freddy Krueger was chasing me, and I was so scared. And then I woke up, and I was like, "Oh, I can't. Freddy Krueger's not real. He's not real." And then I thought, what if me and Freddy Krueger stopped criminals to get like I would see the criminals in the house, and he would go into the house and stop them from committing crimes. And that was our deal. Like now, since then, me and Freddy Krueger have become cool because I was like, "Don't kill me. I'm going to find people that you can kill that are doing crimes."
There's a spin-off to Nightmare on Elm Street, and it's just called Freddy and Quay, and it's just you making him a vigilante, like for justice.
I'm like his Alfred.
Yeah.
You start telling him who to like haunt and nightmares and stuff.
Ooh, but then it turns into Wanted, and then I'm like, I'm like trying to. No, I'm doing this to save the world, but I'm just killing people that are on my list. You know.
Yeah.
Your
like-
way to take over. Now you become evil, and he has to bring you back.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then but then I could never sleep because otherwise, Freddy, like I had to just stay awake, and Freddy's like, "Don't fall asleep," and I'm like, "Nah, I would never, Frank." What?
then-
No.
And then you go to a lake retreat, and he teams up with Jason Voorhees, and that's how you get got on the 13th.
You know, when I watched this movie Friday the 13th.
What day?
I think it was like a Sunday.
Okay.
The 15th. But there was the first time I ever went to a summer camp. I guess the only time really, but they had a dock, like a wooden dock, and then obviously in the water, very reminiscent of, and I don't remember which Friday the 13th it was, but at the end of the movie, there's a person standing on the dock, and then Jason Voorhees comes out of the water and grabs them off the dock and pulls them under the water. And I was like, nope.
Was it one of the original ones?
Yeah, I think it was like one of the first ones.
Was it his mom at the end? Or
I don't remember.
Yeah,
'Cause isn't that-
I don't remember.
I think like one of the first ones, his mom is the one that's like,
I thought his
killing
mom was the
everybody.
one was
Slaughtering.
Jason.
Yeah,
Or like pretended to be him or
Yeah.
something. I don't remember exactly what it was, but
He
it
did
was,
have a mom.
Yeah.
he did.
And then when he
did.
finally he loses his mask, I was like, oh, this dude's kind of like,
Rey Mysterio Jr.
and he does a backflip off the top rope, and that's how Johnny Depp died.
The whole time he was
Yeah.
actually just trying to be a luchador.
That would be sweet. Do you ever think about luchadoring?
I would, dude, if I could go back and
You can.
change my future, I would be a
Would you
luchador.
wrestler? That
I
rules.
Would so.
Out
I
of
would
all the
dedicate it.
wrestlers, I think that's Rey Mysterio Jr. was like my favorite growing. Well, besides Stone Cold, obviously.
316.
Yeah, but then you just how could you not like Rey Mysterio Jr.? He was always at a disadvantage from
Always.
everyone because he was so small. When he wrestled the Big Show,
Yeah.
gave him the 619.
He's like crawling on Big Show's shoulders.
Yeah,
and
yeah, pretty
he's just
much.
like, he's like a little worm on his shoulders.
yeah,
dude.
and then he just gets like choke slammed and dies.
Rey Mysterio Jr. is like 4 different people because Big Show accidentally killed him.
Rey Mysterio Jr. accidentally killed someone in the ring.
that is true.
He gave him the 619 and it broke his neck.
Yeah. He took like a break from wrestling after that.
Yeah, that was in
Well, good.
It was
Mexico.
yeah,
No,
yeah,
the
it was
other
a luchador match.
The other guy took a break.
Well, Rey Mysterio
You get-
broke, and then
He went on hiatus. What was that dude who killed the guy?
Chris Benoit.
No. Actually, I was thinking of NASCAR. He was like a famous NASCAR driver, and then he was racing, but the dude got out of his car for some reason. It wasn't Jeff Gordon, but the dude's like driving laps, and then like during the race, the other guy gets out of the car and he's like walking across the track, a hot track. It's like, do not walk on a track where there's cars going 200 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And then he is just like, well, bam. And he's like, what the was that? You know?
I'm mad, dude. Getting hit by a car going 200 miles an hour. You don't even see cars going that fast,
Right.
barely.
You
What
just-
was he was like very
dissipate.
famous. He was like shorter. There's a
Dale Earnhardt.
no. It was he died a different way. There's
Dale Earnhardt Jr.
there's a oh yeah no
Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Junior Sammy Davis Jr.
So wait,
Jr..
what's the? Let's see that again.
Tony Stewart? No, it wasn't Tony Stewart. Tony Stewart.
We're seeing who killed a person.
Yeah, it
driving
was a
car?
NASCAR driver.
NASCAR.
Kyle Huber says Tony Stewart.
driver.
Kyle Huber,
NASCAR driver. Murder man.
murder man. No, he hit somebody with. He was driving, and yeah.
Oh, Bobby East was fatally stabbed in California.
No
NASCAR driver hits.
person on track.
In the meantime, I want to give a shout out to Ruby's mom, Melissa.
Shout out to Melissa.
She listens to every podcast.
Ooh.
Yup.
Nice.
Yup.
Mm.
I
I'm
caught a-
Melissa.
I caught a lot of heat because one time I made reference to you being like Mexican or something, and
Oh, it was Tony Stewart.
that's what I said the
And
whole
he
time.
killed
I was
Kevin
like,
Ward.
I was like,
I
it's
thought
Tony
you said
Stewart.
it's Tony Stewart. No, it's not.
No, I said it was Tony Stewart, and then here comes Kyle Huber. He's like, oh no, it wasn't Tony Stewart, and I was like, yeah, it was. Actually, just full disclosure, it was the complete opposite of that. I said that it wasn't Tony Stewart, and he said that it was. But what I'm doing right now is I'm pretending that I was right and he was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
It was not Kyle Huber that got the right answer. It was me.
Oh, and it was just in a sprint. It was in a sprint car race.
Sprint car, like the one crazy ones with the weird wing that goes to the one side. Huh. Either way,
well,
you don't walk on a hot track. Hot track.
Yeah, you make sure that it's cooled down.
Cooled down. Just
every
not
track I'm on is hot.
That's pretty sweet.
All my track marks are hot.
Dude, now we're going back to Nightmare on Elm Street.
Because I'm spinning out on the...
I watched a drift race a couple weeks ago.
How was that?
That was not as horrible as I thought it was going to be. It was actually pretty sweet because they got a figure 8 track and they're like almost literally going sideways almost the entire time. Like,
was that here in Fargo? Or
well, it was just outside of for intents and purposes, yeah, it was. It was like, it was less than 5 minutes away from city limits if it was outside of the city limits, but it was like not downtown Fargo, but just outside.
Yeah,
it was pretty sweet, pretty sweet. And it was like it wasn't amateur. Well, I think it was because I don't know if are there professional drift racers, but
you're looking at one.
Ooh.
No, not professional drifters. Like you have a bindle. Dude, they had Bindle Fest the other day. And for some reason I saw I'd never heard of it, and then it was just everywhere.
I worked it. Well,
that does not surprise me.
Dude, it's crazy.
The second half when people would pick you up off the street.
Yeah.
Pay money. Like, I'm working the Bindle Fest.
Did anybody have an actual bindle?
No.
Can you
I don't
bring
know what
a
bindle is.
Oh, that's like you ever see the old timey? They got a stick and then a bandana on the stick that holds all their belongings.
No one had bindles, but everyone was dressed up because there was a costume contest.
Oh,
were they dressed up like train hoppers and homeless people?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, the unhoused.
I think it was a Minion that won, like from Despicable
Man, that's
Me.
not a very great costume contest.
It was not very great.
One.
And it wasn't like the Minion from the movie. It was like the guy was just like
he was like
I'm gonna help my boss take over the world.
Yeah,
because he was a minion.
It would be funny. They got to figure out which there's just still 1,000 people dressed like minions. They have to be like, which one should we choose?
And the winner of the contest is the minion. And then 14 people get on stage. You're like, oh, wait a minute.
Bindlefest lasted like 10 hours. No, like 12 of straight music.
Really?
Yeah, like from noon to like midnight.
Straight music?
Noon to midnight.
Noon to midnight. That's
me when I wake up in the morning.
I'm like, give me a couple minutes.
What's Oh, I forgot what else I was going to say.
Well,
I was going to say something funny. Wasn't funny.
What kind of material would you like if you had to make a bindle right now?
Beans.
You'd put beans in it?
Like a can of beans or just
can
like
of
beans?
I would just fill it up with straight beans.
Straight beans?
Lima. Yep. Also Lima.
310 to Lima beans.
You ever see those videos when guys are like, something's wrong with my computer, if you can figure it out, and they just bring in the full desktop, and then it opens up and it's full of beans. He's like, he's like, so can you tell me what's wrong with it? I used to not like beans. Changed my mind on that.
That's so funny. I had the same thing. Baked beans, like from the cans, like Bush's baked beans, and chili.
Yeah.
Like when I was a little kid, I despised chili. It seemed like the gross, who'd ever eat, it's like spicy spaghetti sauce, so gross. And then,
how do you feel about the Dr. Pepper's, like Bush baked beans or whatever?
I think Dr. Pepper makes, I think most places I've gone that have had Dr. Pepper in them are pretty good. Especially Dr. Pepper barbecue sauces. All are pretty awesome.
I had a Dr. Pepper bundt cake from Walmart.
From Walmart?
Really?
Yeah. It was good for being a Dr. Pepper bundt cake from Walmart. You know what I mean? Like not a homemade one.
Yeah.
Well,
I think Walmart actually probably, don't they have a bakery there?
They do. This one was not a bakery thing. This was like one of the...
This is a prepackaged.
Yeah.
I noticed most of their stuff, they don't bake anything there, I don't think. I think it all just comes in frozen and then they just put it on the shelf.
Yeah?
I think. Although, we went to, oh man, where was it? Cancun. They have a Walmart there. It was like the biggest Walmart I've ever been to. I mean, it might have been the biggest Walmart in the world. I don't know.
Yeah.
The World Mart.
No, Walmart.
Oh, Walmart.
They have a different thing called World Market. Walmart was huge in, it's huge everywhere, but it
America.
was like, yes, in Mexico, they had the bakery, like their bakery was like a legit bakery. And I went there every morning to get baked goods because I was like, forget this, man. I'm going to the bakery at Walmart. I mean, they had, it was insane. Like fish just out. Like you could
At the bakery?
At the
no.
bakery?
The whole grocery section of the Walmart.
I get fish bread every day.
Fish bread is the best bread. I'm surprised. Like I had some for breakfast this morning.
Ooh.
I ordered it.
What
from,
kind of fish?
Snapper,
Yeah.
red snapper.
I usually get salmon loaf.
Salmon loaf's pretty good. I like tilapia sourdough. Tilapia dough. I also
It sounds tilapitated.
yeah. Well, they cut the head off the fish, so it was tilapitated.
It was a sloppy tilapia.
That would make pretty
was-
sloppy tilapia.
Yeah, that was the best one. That was the best one. I don't know if we're gonna be able to beat sloppy tilapia.
I don't think that we will either.
I think that might be the name of the show.
Sloppy tilapia.
Sloppy tilapia. Also, tilapia, I don't know. I'm actually allergic to fish, but I heard that tilapia is like a fake fish. Like it's not anywhere in the wild. They just made tilapia. And they were like, you know what? Let's farm it. Put it out there for everybody to
I can
eat.
see that. It seems to be in everything. Like even
Yeah.
when they half the time they're like, it's walleye. Like it's actually tilapia.
Which I wouldn't know the difference. Like I could take a bite of fish and I'd be like, oh, that's fish. And I could be like, well, this is Alaskan wild caught salmon.
Actually,
and
it's native to Africa and the Middle East.
the Middle
Oh, so
East.
Manufactured.
Middle East.
It's not
Middle East.
Middle East.
I don't know, man. I'm more of a. I like whitefish more than I like the pink fish and stuff like that.
I like whitefish more than I like the brown fish.
I mean, that's why you're dating Ruby.
I was like, I'm not
I
going to
can
say
tell
it.
by the way, and tell by your preference in females.
Yeah. We're still talking about fish, right?
We're talking about
Yeah.
fish. Yeah.
Man, you are going to get in trouble. Because Ruby's mom listens to this. Shout out to Ruby's mom. You know, I'm actually pretty upset because I got a snap from...
A snapper.
No, this is just a Snapchat. I was sleeping and I got a snap from... With my friend group, I literally have to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Like, I never used to do that, but now it's on Do Not Disturb from the hours of, 9 p.m. until 7 a.m. because...
You don't want to be disturbed.
Sometimes,
you
sometimes
don't
I'll
wanna-
just be getting snaps at midnight, 12:30. Anyway, which is normal, I suppose. But, yeah, it was a picture of Melissa, and it was just like, "Where are you?" Or like, "Come to Dempsey's" or something. And I was like, "What?" Then I ended up going out the next
I
night.
sent you that video.
Oh yeah, because she called me the name. She called me a bad name.
Yeah.
because I wasn't out, and then.
Yep. Can't say it on the radio.
Yeah, and I was
we'll
like,
let you decide.
What the name was. Let's just say it started with an N. And I was like, I'm just kidding, it didn't. So then
It did it.
or did it?
It started with a G.
Guys, Melissa, I know Melissa personally. She wouldn't say that. It started with a different letter.
She wouldn't say what.
The bad words.
Sure, whatever.
She's very Christian.
Yeah, no, I honestly.
I guess I forgot the time when a Christian never said a bad word.
But then, yeah, I felt real bad, and I was like, well, I'll be out tomorrow night. And then I was like, well, we're talking about Melissa here. She's one night only.
Melissa.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, MR.
I love the halfways abbrev that you did there.
Yeah.
Melissa instead of
Melissa.
Mel instead of Liz. Half the time when people are always like, oh, my name's Tina. Not always, but people named Tina will say that.
Everybody's name.
And then I forget that that's short for Christina.
Oh,
And so did Shkar.
just there it is.
Blew
right
my
there.
mind.
Yeah.
We had a friend named Tina. We called her Teens all the time.
Teeny.
You called her teens?
Yeah.
You shouldn't be talking to her teens.
No,
You
I
should
don't
be
think she
talking
has
to her
any
friends
children.
that are adults, not her teens.
No, we met her when she was a full-fledged adult.
Oh.
Well, I
Well,
guess
then
no,
does
she
she
was in
have
college.
teens?
She was in college.
You could be a teen in college.
Yeah, you can
18,
be, but she wasn't.
19.
Most people
Because
are.
we were
20 teen.
we met her drinking. Like, we were out drinking, and she was like...
So probably a teen.
She could have been a teen.
she was still in high school. No, she was definitely... well, if you meet, let's say, someone who is a guy or girl, you meet them in a bar, you assume that they're 21. Like, you just have to assume that, right? Because they're in the bar.
You would guess so.
So then, like, let's say whatever happens, and then you find out that the person is not 21. Like, you would have to assume that they are. Is that the bouncer's fault?
Yeah, but also...
Haha, busted. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
Yeah.
Shkar.
Oh, you're in so much
Shikar's
trouble
in
now.
so much trouble.
I say no because every time...
You just said yeah.
Every time...
Oh, yeah. I
like
say
going down
no
that
because I realized that I
I'm
didn't
changing it. I'm
Yeah.
changing my answer.
I say
on-
no because I think every time you should check each other's birth certificates before you engage.
I've never, like, me and my wife, I've never seen her birth certificate, and we were engaged, and then we got married.
How do you know she's a natural born citizen?
Are you saying that it's wrong to born people that aren't?
Yeah, like, you can
To marry
be
people that
married
aren't
people
I'm
that
not
are
saying it's
not
wrong, but you've gone your whole life.
Well, it
thinking
seems like you
she
think.
is.
It seems
Not
like
my
you have a
whole
little
life.
problem
You've
with
gone
it.
your whole life of knowing her.
I met her halfway through my life. Like, I did a bunch of stuff before I even knew she existed.
You don't have like a shared little folder or
Yeah, but I never even was like, you know what I'm gonna do? Investigate whether
You've never had to like send in files or documents for her.
No, she's a
Anything?
full-grown adult.
yeah.
Yeah, I guess I don't know. I've always had to do my parents'
And also,
documents,
just
you know.
like, full disclosure, my wife is a very responsible person. She's a doctor, and I tell wiener jokes on stage and have a regular job. You know what I mean? So, like, out of the two of us, if somebody's sending important documents, probably gonna be her. Like, she's seen mine multiple times. She probably has copies of it. She probably
has started she probably has like 4 different accounts for you that she's running as different people.
has different. Yeah, she knows my social number, and it's always surprising to me. It's pretty funny, I think, because my job, I do have to, like, ask people their social security number. And a lot of times couples will come in and the guy, like, they know it. Like, I know my social security number. But a lot of times the wife will be like, mine is this and his is this.
Yeah.
And then the husband is like, you know mine. And she's like, yeah, you don't know mine? And your blood type is A positive. And you know what I mean? And then the guy's like, I can't believe you know all that.
Yeah, then he's like, oh, yeah, well, tell us our anniversary.
And then she's like, you got that wrong.
Yeah.
It was the 14th.
He's like, actually, I was just trying to figure out. He's like, and then I guess you probably know your birthday, too. And what,
Oh, man.
and what day Christmas is.
We have a thing that we got on our wedding, and it just says the year that we got married. And, like, I once was, like, kind of flipping out, like, early after the marriage, like, wait, what day was it? And then I ran to the kitchen to be like, oh, it says the date on that little spoon holder thing we have. And it doesn't, just the year. And I was like, no. So I'm, like, scrambling to, like, look the old
She
pictures.
probably, for sure, she probably did that on purpose so that you'd have to try to remember. And then
Thank
you just
goodness.
drop your knees. You're like, damn you picture.
You kiln operator who didn't stamp the date and only stamped the year.
I'm going after every kiln operator until I find the right one who put the wrong date of my marriage.
I only know one kiln operator.
Kiln operator, you're a kiln operator.
Coast to coast, LA to Chicago, burning clay.
With my bud Shkaro.
That's funny. There's a what? Oh gosh, I can't remember the name of the store. It was in Drecker. And what makes me mad is, like, I legit was like, oh, I know where I can go get, like, a new plate set and some cups. And then I went there and it was closed down.
Well, golly gee.
I
I want to know how much it costs to, like, have a spot in there, and then how much for all the little craft stores. I'm like, these don't seem to be
Well,
Like they would be making as much money that
They
you
get
need.
recycled fast. Like it's like one craft shop down, next one up right away.
Yeah.
Well, I've only been in there a couple times, and it seems like there's that plant store that has plants that are too expensive. They're
That's how
not
they
too
are.
expensive, but it's just like I can't.
That's why they last.
I
is
can't-
because those plants are expensive.
I can't justify it. But I'm not a plant person. Like
The real plant heads are on Facebook in the FM area.
Marketplace,
Like, like yeah,
Yeah.
like buying propagations for cheap from homies and stuff.
It'd be funny if someone like wants to order food for their big event, and so they want craft services, and then all of a sudden these people just show up with a bunch of pottery making tools. And you're like, wrong craft services.
living the dream
Is there-
pottery. That's what it was. Living the dream.
Live in the dream. Live in the dream.
L-I-V-I-
Live in my dream.
Live and direct. Rect. Living the dream pottery. Hayden Swanson.
That the name?
That was his name.
Nice.
He was the first guest ever on my radio show way back in the day.
Really?
Yep. Yeah.
Callback.
Yep. His name was Hollywood Sunrise. Hollywood Sunrise. He is a rapper.
Hollywood sunrise.
Hey, Hollywood Squares.
Oh,
What did you grimace at outside? Was it the
Me?
lawn care
Probably-
guy?
Oh no, Ruby's mom is sending me the connections right now.
connections
For
what?
flights?
Like the New York Times connections, you know? It's like 16 words. You
Oh,
have to-
connection. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Are you?
Wait, she's sending you
more-
the answers?
No, like you can share your results.
Oh, did she
Oh.
text you good morning
No,
today?
we
too?
don't really talk. We just send each other the New York Times games.
Yeah, sure.
Are there and she knows what you're doing right now.
Yeah.
She
right?
listens to it after, I think.
Oh. Not live.
No.
Okay.
Oop. Dude, this microphone
Wow.
too is just going all
right.
over the place.
First of all, Kyle Huber, stop texting me. Number 2, don't text me questions like that. I'm not going to ask them on the ear.
Oh yeah,
I know I said I'm not going to ask them on the ear.
No.
dude.
And I think the answer is no, just so you know, Mr.
Yeah.
KH. The answer is no.
Yeah, everyone else is really likes
Yeah.
listening to this. Thanks
Yeah.
a lot, Kyle. You
Thanks.
derailed everything.
And also,
Ruined it.
Also, if it were yes,
It would be
not
no.
for you. Not for you.
If
no.
it were yes, it would be no.
Yeah, if it were yes, it'd be no.
That's a no to your yes.
That's a no for me, dog. That was my best Randy Jackson. Did I do a good Randy Jackson?
That
That was
so
pretty
good.
good. That was, yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm very good at.
dude, this past weekend at shows in Bismarck. Afterwards, we were hanging out just with peeps that were in the crowd. Whatever. We're like went to the different bars with them, and then
He was hanging out with yellow marshmallows around Easter time.
that was
Peeps.
yeah. But then afterwards, these girls were like, "Come drink with us at our apartment." Afterwards, we're like, "Okay, sweet." So I hopped in with a driver, and we were like, "Ride with us." And they were like, "No, we need to have a car there and stuff." We're like, "Are you sure?" And they're like, "Yeah, for sure." They're like, "We can drive perfectly fine." We're like, "Okay."
Uh-oh.
So me and my buddy got there, and then we're sitting there for like 10 minutes. Like, what's going on? We call them. They're like, "Oh, she got a DUI like immediately." And I was like, "Oh no!" I was like, "I thought you said that you could drive well." And they're like, "Nope, we can't." And we're like, and I was like, "I better have someone else drive me quick." They're like, "Well, we'll just get dropped off there instead." And I'm like, "Nope, I will have someone else drop me off at my. I do not want any cops being
They
around."
get pulled over for a DUI. One gets arrested. The next drunk girl tries to get in the car
Yeah.
and start driving.
Dude, that happened one time when I got arrested, and then and then my buddy was with me. We were outside of town, coming into town, and the cop just goes, my buddy was, he was halfway is the reason why I was like barely, I had like an extra beer, which stunk, because it was like, you're like, this isn't even worth it. Like, I was actually like, I thought I was going to pass. And my buddy smelled like straight alcohol. So like he was, when the cop came, he's like, "Why does it smell like this?" I'm like, "Because this guy is passed out in the seat beside you." Like, he's visibly intoxicated. And I'm like, I didn't even think that I was drunk until I had to freaking do the breathalyzer.
The breathalyzer
And
was
it
just the aura from your friend.
Yeah,
just
but
being in
stuck
the
it
air.
in the car,
he's
and
just
they're
like,
like, yo.
Yeah, but then that cop, he was being a real dink too.
No.
Yeah, because he was fishing for sure. But then he just goes, I'm like, well, what are you going to do with my buddy? He's like, well, he needs to find his own way. I'm like, he doesn't live in town. He doesn't live here. You're just going to leave him out by this car? And he's like, yeah, what else? I'm like, you can drive him into, we're 10 miles out of town. What do you think? You're just trying to get
You're
him
supposed to
another one.
protect and serve.
That's
not
exactly what I
like-
said. And then he tightened my handcuffs more. And then my buddy got in the car. I had to talk the cop into letting him ride along with, and he was like, well, whatever. And I'm like, what? I don't know.
What do you
You're
mean,
not
whatever?
doing
Like-
anything. You're not doing well.
Like, just put him in the drunk take, if anything. Like, he's not gonna get in trouble.
Well, and then
Just wake up. Yeah.
this is what he goes. He goes, okay, I'll take him to the police station, but then he's got to find a ride from there. And I'm like, yeah, why wouldn't you initially do that anyway? Why do?
Because he's not going to
Why
find
do you
a
have to
ride in the
listen to
middle
the
of the
guy?
woods.
Yeah, why do you have to listen to the guy that you're arresting to give
He's
you
like,
good advice?
he's like dangling the keys in front of this very wasted person. He's gonna have to find his own ride.
Yeah.
He's gonna.
But then
No, I totally think you can drive. No,
Yeah.
this is a costume. I'm not a real police officer.
dude, but then it was ridiculous because my buddy got in the front seat and there was like a drug dog sitting in the back that he just had, and my
Sniffing
and
his
my buddy
pockets.
just looks back at the dog. He's like, "That's a beautiful dog." I was like, "Stop talking to this cop. He's being mean. Stop telling him how beautiful his dog is. It is a very
man.
nice dog." But he's like, then he just kept turning around. He's like, "That's such a nice dog." I'm like, "Can you tell why I was driving and not him? I was trying to get us home safe. Actually, this is before Ubers, so I was like."
The dark ages before Uber.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
wonder what they did then. You know,
In
Well,
Minneapolis,
we were like out. That's the thing is you couldn't even call a cab because we were out at Oxbow.
oh,
that'll do it every time. I'm convinced, like in Minneapolis, I don't know if I'm convinced, but all the buses stopped at 150. Like 150 was like the last time you could get on a bus, like from downtown or something to go somewhere.
Yeah.
So if you missed that bus, you were just
SOL.
yeah. And then like this was I'd say there was like a lot of crime, and then it got cleaned up for a little bit, and now there's a bunch more crime, I guess, downtown. Like last time I was downtown Minneapolis, it seemed kind of like when I lived there, I never felt unsafe anywhere that I was. But then when I was downtown, like walking down the street, I was like, I'm right downtown, and I don't feel. And this is it's like 1 a.m. I'm like, I don't feel like I should be here. Like this just seems kind of sketchy a little bit. Like it just, but nothing actually weird happened. It was just like the vibe is different here. I could feel it, you know.
Talking to the microphone.
I used to, so I took Greyhound to see my college girlfriend when I was like a freshman, and
What was her name and social security number?
I don't remember her social security number.
She would know his.
She knows yours.
Greyhounded to Louisiana, came back, but when I got back to Fargo, I got to Minneapolis at like 4 a.m. or
Okay.
St. Paul it was, and they didn't have any buses till like 7 a.m. to Fargo, and like the station was closed, so there's like, sorry, you have to get off the bus, and like I had to just walk around like downtown St. Paul at like from 4 to 7, just like with my suitcase and people coming up to ask me for like money, and I was like, sorry, I don't have any money, like I'm a broke freshman, you know.
Wow.
I would have been like, I'm
But-
homeless too. This is my bindle. I'm on my way to a fest.
I actually just became homeless. I'm trying to get the ropes. Can you guys give me
Unhoused.
some tips?
Well, I guess
Unhoused.
we've
No,
only,
I don't know how to. Be,
We've only
I don't
known
know.
from like watching stuff.
Yeah. Well, you're okay.
You're,
okay.
you're actually living. You're living it. You can
For
tell
3
us.
hours I was, and let me tell you, it was pretty fun.
I had a very I wouldn't say similar because it actually worked out the best in my favor. I took a bus over New Year's to go visit my parents instead of flying. It was like one of the dumbest decisions I've ever made because actually, yeah, I was still in college, and then I looked it up, and it was like $80 to take the bus, or I could fly for like $7,862. You know, that's what it felt like, you know. And I was like, all right. So I took the bus. I had to go to Chicago. I got to the bus station, and I had an hour at the bus station. but I was just sitting in there. And I mean, the bus station in Chicago it was like 3 a.m. was like the wildest place I've ever seen. Like families, gunshots, stab wounds, drugs, and that's when I had this. I didn't have an idea, but they grabbed my bag, threw it under the bus, and nobody checked anything. Like they just grabbed it and threw it on the bus. Like my bag could have been filled with, I don't know, black tar heroin, and they would have just put it under the bus, and I would have got it when I left. And it was like, what? But it was snowing real bad, and like kept saying like, this bus is canceled. And I was just looking at the thing like, dude, I'm in Chicago. I'm like 3 hours away from where I need to go. Do not cancel my bus.
Yeah.
They didn't. Everybody got on the bus. We backed out, pulled away, and then the guy got on the thing and was like, well, they just canceled our bus route, but we're already on the road, so we're going to just go ahead. And I was yes! I was like, thank God. But I ended up getting home.
Those Greyhound bus drivers are so funny because they're very serious. Like when you stop for a gas station break, they're like, "I'm leaving now." Like, and they,
they're in a schedule, dog.
The guy was running, like screaming, and she didn't stop. She didn't stop once. He sprinted all the way to a traffic light, was catching up. She could have opened the door and he could have got in. She didn't open the door. She wasn't opening the door for him. And that's when I was like, I'm not gonna get off this Greyhound bus for the next 20 hours. I'm just gonna sit here.
That guy. So like, when I see something like that, I think to myself, I think of entitlement. And as rude and as weird as it sounds, is like, that dude was like, they won't leave without me. Yeah. Guess what, sucker? They left without you.
It's almost like you had a time that you were supposed to be there.
Right. Like, oh no, they won't. I'm on the bus. I'm important. Like, you're not more important than their schedule, and they don't care about you.
I don't think anyone who's on a Greyhound bus thinks they're important, though.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah.
There's a guy cut off another. Oh, that was the other thing. Like within a week of me being on the bus, somebody was sitting next to somebody else on the bus, and they just cut their head off. Ooh! Like the guy, like, I don't know what happened. Maybe he fell asleep and was snoring, but the dude just like,
which is reasonable.
Yeah, I mean, snoring's pretty bad. Which I apologize in advance.
Yeah.
So the guy grabs I guess he grabbed his hair and was like, and the guy's like, ah, and he did it like while the bus is like going down the road, and people are, and it was like 3 p.m, and the people who were passing the bus were like, hey, look at the bus. And then they just see some guy getting his head sawed off.
Yeah, pretty wild.
It was crazy.
When I took the bus from New York City to Atlantic City, I was with Cam Lee the night before, and he had to fly out somewhere else, and I was going down to that music festival, and we ate, like, after the bars, we went to this curry place.
Oh, no.
At like 3:30, 4 a.m., and then I had to hop on a train at 9 a.m., so we were just slopping our mouths full of food, and then I was, like, sitting next to this guy crunching numbers. He was actually on his laptop crunching numbers and doing stocks. And he was wearing a hat with little curls on it. And I was like, this is the most stereotypical thing that I could have sat beside. But
he was wearing a hat with curls?
He was a Jewish guy.
Oh, okay.
It was insane. I was like, this is like,
what is this?
I was like, this is very stereotypical, which is pretty funny.
Hasidic, I think.
Yeah.
Hasidic.
But he was actually doing taxes and and stocks. Like, he had all this stuff up doing that. But I had to go to the bathroom. So I was just holding it. And I'm like, I need to get off this bus. Got to the bus station in Atlantic City. That's the scariest bus station in America.
I would imagine.
For sure. And there's people just like shooting up and being like dead around there. I'm like, I just got to get inside here. It's probably safer inside. It's not. It's just as dangerous inside.
You can't see
and
out.
I go inside the bathroom. There's people passed out in almost every single stall, and I finally find one that there's not, and there's just feces stacked above the toilet bowl. Like, that means that people were just like crouching, not being able to sit. And I'm like, not doing this. So I had to get to the casino I was staying at. Took like all these random turns. Also couldn't take full steps either. So it's taken me wild. Get there, barely get my pants down, just shoots out.
Oh.
And,
yeah.
Then I'm like, oh boy, this was crazy. Also, if you look around, that city is like dilapidated buildings everywhere. There's people just screaming at me from like different levels of buildings. I'm like, this is insane. Then I just went, I'm like, well, I'm going to go get a drink at this bar and figure out what my plan is here. Stopped at this Irish bar, started talking to the guy who's behind the bar, the bartender, someone would call him. And he was like, so wait, so you got off the bus station, you just came on the road straight up to the boardwalk, then over, right? I'm like, no, it was the quickest way to do this, and I didn't have time to like wait for an Uber driver. He's like, oh, you should not go on any streets but the boardwalk here. Don't walk anywhere but the boardwalk. Like, there's never been a town. Most time it goes, stay away from that one street. He's like, only stay on this one. But I suppose that was a good. It's a time where I think that we got to end with our studio time.
Jeez.
This was Shkar.
Yeah, it was. It was Shkar.
This was Shkar. You got anything coming up, Shkar?
A few comedy shows on the weekends, but the one I'm most excited for is the Minneapolis Homies coming on November 1st, day after Halloween.
Ooh.
Showcase at the Cellar, baby.
Are you on that?
I'm hosting it, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Lily Meyer, and I think she's getting some friends to carpool down, so it's going to be some...
Lily Meyer?
Did I say it wrong?
You said something weird.
Yeah, you said, like... it almost sounded like you said... We'll have to play it back.
I don't know, yeah.
Get the replay on that.
Yeah.
Get it to New York.
November 1st, I think, who else is all on? That is actually going to be a pretty good show. We'll plug that more.
Tito, geez, who else? I can see the poster.
Tito, Pearl.
Oh, yeah, Pearl. Oh, man,
is
so
Aiden
funny.
Thibault no, he was in the last one. I don't know. For sure, Lily, Pearl, and Tito.
Tito
Maldonado.
He's also here this weekend, I think, in the Swing Barrel.
Okay. Well, I don't know his schedule.
Yeah, I don't...
I saw it on Facebook. Moorhead.
What else have you seen on Facebook? We don't have time for that.
Yeah. Well, if you're in Big Lake, Minnesota this weekend, me, Nate Abshire, and Josh DeLay will be at Lupulin Brewing. Rachel Kennedy will be hosting that show with us. So
nice.
Get your tickets for that. I believe you can just check out their website and stuff like that. Then next Friday, if you're in Sioux Falls, Joshua and I will be there, and then Sioux City the next day. So
Iowa? Man.
yeah, dog. So
yeah.
check up on that. Mark Way and I will be having a show. Actually, we need to get together and discuss that. We'll be having a show November 21st.
That's right. Right. It's going to be fun.
We're going to need
we're going to need guest member, like audience participation and guests, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be
and
fun.
We're also going to be gone a week before that, so we got to figure that out.
Ooh.
Okay, but we'll talk about that more as we get closer.
That's right.
Thanks for coming in, Shkar.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks, Ruby's mom. Bye.
Bye.